Hmm. Happy Halloween. Happy Samhain, everyone. And to our friends who are in the other side of the equator, I want to say welcome, happy Beltane. And yeah, I just want to embrace whatever it is that you are celebrating today. Welcome. And thanks for joining me on this special day. I've done quite a bit of preparation for today, so I hope the readings are amazing. And I'm just going to check the clarity of the YouTube screen because, as you know, what happened last Tuesday when I was doing my readings. So all of you that were here for live readings last Tuesday, I had all kinds of issues, and I want to assure you today it's going to be a completely different ball game. So welcome. Today also I am doing a live draw for 3 prizes, and I have all the names in jars here for the 2 tarot decks as well as for the Wheel of the Year reading, and we'll get to that in a little bit. So welcome. I don't know if George is back yet. Georgia was here earlier. Georgia Peach. Kyle Liz, hello. Hello, Claire, Dion, Sunny. And we've got lots of questions in the chat already. One of the things I want to offer up today, I'm going to start with a group reading because I feel that just ties everything in so beautifully, and it helps me to refer to things that come up in your personal readings as well. And what was I going to say? Yeah. Oh, so if anybody does have a question that is regarding ancestral healing, and I want to let you know what that is in case you don't understand what that means for this moment in time, as well as the kind of question that might be really useful for you on a day like today. So the veil being thin at this time is when we can connect deeply with our ancestors. And this is a time to celebrate our ancestors and to put a little more effort into an ancestral altar. Maybe that just means going out into nature and sitting down quietly and contemplating and thinking about your ancestors. However you do that, and ancestors can be very close in time chronologically. They can be very distant and unknown to you in time chronologically. And for me, the biggest part of this kind of work is understanding the power of doing the work of healing. So if you are ready to heal, for example, a mother line, and you have a challenging relationship with your mother or your aunt who raised you, who was your mother, and you have had irreconcilable differences your whole life, but you come to this point in your life where you're ready to make an effort to begin the healing process, not for you. It's never just about you. It's for your children. It's for your grandchildren. It's for your great-great-grandmother who dealt with the exact same issues that have come up for you in your lifetime, maybe in a slightly different story. But ancestral healing has such tremendous power. And this is something I love to do one-on-one with clients. It's a very personal journey. But tonight, if I can manage it, and this kind of a reading, it's a little tricky because we're not in intimate contact with each other. But yeah, so if there's questions like that tonight, I'm definitely going to bump those to the front of the line. Okay, so let's just start with a group reading. And I look forward to getting all your questions in. All right. And so my question that I want to put out there to all of you tonight and everybody who watches this in the playback is about what I was talking about. It's about what could we do? How could we make a difference? How could each and every one of us make a difference to creating deeper connection with the wisdom of our ancestors with, it's hard, it's hard to formulate these questions because our ancestors who have crossed over, who are on the other side, have things to share with us. And so what is the most important message that needs to come through tonight for the majority of people who are watching these readings? And if there are steps that we can take right now, right here in this lifetime, let those be shown. Let those be revealed to us. Is there something that we are missing when it comes to understanding the importance of celebrating our ancestors or connecting with ancestors? Is there something you would like us to do? Okay. Happy Halloween, Joseph. Natasha Crompton, hello. Misty, hey there. Amorous, welcome. If I miss you as you come in and I don't greet you, welcome. Welcome to all of you. Okay. And I think I'll pull a Halloween oracle as well too. Okay. All right. So I suppose we also need to be really mindful of the energy right now as well. We have the second full moon in October. And so there's a real ethereal quality to this energy right now. I'm working with Tarot with a she. I have the Dreamer 2, which is the 2 of air, the card of transformation, the Judgment card, and then the Maker Queen. And as I reflect on all 3 of these cards, I see strong feminine energy. I see the kind of feminine energy that is guiding you always. Each and every one of us is always guiding us. And with this Dreamer 2 and the black and the white moon, that it's divided in half, and there's half the moon is black and half the moon is white. It's like that constant reminder, that balance, the conscious effort to be in darkness and light simultaneously is so very, very important. It's like each and every one of us are on the verge. We're so close to moving forward. And one of the things I see in this Judgment card that I haven't actually, I'll show you the card, seen before, is that she's looking back at us. So she's not looking forward. She's looking back, beckoning us. It's like, come on, you can do this. It's almost like she's our cheerleader. So if these are the souls on the other side who are beckoning us, what they're beckoning us to is not only to embrace more consciously a balanced life in every single aspect, in every single way, but to know that from this balance, we have unlimited potential with our creations. And so in order to create and to manifest the Queen of Pentacles kind of energy, that balance is absolutely necessary. You can't do it without the balance. I absolutely love this card. It's come up quite a bit lately. And it's like, like never be afraid of one or the other. Embrace your shadow, embrace your light, embrace your challenges, embrace your sadness, embrace your joy. They're both there all the time. And when we're feeling really, really, light and energetic, we need to remember that that is supported by the darkness. And the darkness is supported by the light, and they're both always there. We just tend to see one or the other. But what if we could see them both simultaneously? Maybe that's what the transformation of the Judgment card is. And through that recognition, then we will be able to embody the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. She's fruitful, very, very fruitful. So that is your message for today. Alrighty. Okay, so I am going to do my best. And I do not know if I have any mods here today. So Kyle, Liz, I'm going to need you to keep an eye on the chat. Looks like we already have some trolls doing some funny little things. So I would appreciate it as long as you can stick around to do that. So Georgia, yeah, for sure. I'll do just a quick little read for you and RS. And I'm going to try to keep the readings pretty quick tonight so that I can get to everybody. I'm going to be on. So what I'm going to do, I should actually set a timer. I'm going to look at the clock now. So I'm going to do readings for until about 5 o'clock my time, and then we'll do the draw. I live in a neighborhood where we have lots of trick-or-treaters, and I really like to be part of that. And they don't usually come around until after dark. So, yeah. Okay, so Georgia. Georgia was asking about RS. Any message about Georgia, Georgia Peach, and RS? Well, that's interesting. 2 of Cups fell out, Georgia, along with the Page of Pentacles. Not planning on having a baby, are you? It feels like a very wholesome message. That's what it feels like. Which is, okay, so I've got, and then I have the Ace and the 5 of Cups here, as well as the Hermit card. So kind of a conflicting, have you been feeling alone lately? Have you been spending time on your own? It's like the message with the cards that didn't jump out is that you will better understand your own heart. No, that's not what I'm saying. You will better understand the energy of the relationship if you understand your own heart. So the Hermit card is sitting in front of the Ace of Cups. And to really understand the soul and the heartbeat of the relationship, if you will, requires you to do some deep, deep introspection. Okay, so the aloneness is really important at this time, right? Major card. So there's a reason that and so the quality of your experience in being alone is important. So make the aloneness significant. And the more significant, the more profound your experiences alone, the more the love will grow. But I have a feeling that there is something about, there's an aspect of this relationship that there may be false expectations. There may be something that has been set up that needs to let go. I'm going to try to explain this pictorially. So the card one of the cards that jumped out was the 2 of Cups. And then in the 5 of Cups in this deck, we have the 2 of Cups there, but we also have the 3 broken cups in the foreground. And so in order for those Two of Cups to become a conjoined relationship, there's still some baggage that needs to be let go of. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what that Page of Pentacles has to do with anything here. There's some really interesting dynamics to this reading. And so I would, it's very favorable, but it's like, it's really important for you to spend some time being really honest with yourself and letting go of any aspect of the relationship that isn't real, that isn't true, because the potential for this to be a soulful relationship is there, but there's something that's not quite right. And so I don't know, perhaps we need to have a private reading, because I'm just know and also know that this being alone right now is important for you on your journey. Confusing message. And as with all of you, with your readings, sometimes there'll be something that I say that is important, that you hear differently than I hear. And so it's important to write down any of the messages that you hear, and it's important that you write down any words or messages that stick out to you, and then come back to them. Come back to them, because it doesn't always make sense right in the moment. Okay? Okay, Sunny. Anything is possible, right? So how would you, considering everything that we've been working through in the class, Sunny's one of the people that's in the group for the Read With Me class right now. Oh, and then the next Read With Me series level 1 is starting on Sunday, November. So I've already got, just opening my calendar here. Okay, so there's one person registered already, and the next Read With Me class starts Sunday, November 15th, 10 a.m. Pacific. It's in my shop already if you are interested. Yeah, and Sunny's one of the folks in the current Read With Me, and I'm going to be doing a level 2 Read With Me, and that'll carry on Wednesday mornings. Okay, so will you be able to get a job at True Line? Hello, Panchan. Georgia, you know the other thing you can do, and this is a really good time. So this is a really good message for everybody. Candles, fire. Make sure you have fire tonight. You can take little pieces of paper. I mean, these are the pieces of paper for the draw, but you could do this yourself. And on little pieces of paper, you can write down all that crap you want to get rid of. Like you could have a little piece of paper that said self-pity, a little piece of paper that said impatience, you know, and put all these things on a little piece of paper and burn them one by one, very, very intentionally. It's a wonderful practice, wonderful thing to do at the full moon, because the full moon energy supports that letting go. It also truly, truly supports forgiveness practices. Like this is the night to do a forgiveness practice. So Sunny, might I get a job at Trueline? Sunny's wondering if she might get a job at Trueline. Might she get a job at Trueline? Daughter of Pentacles, strength, death, what I want to do, I see these cards much like a sandwich, you know, like not like a sandwich, like a salad. Like they're all kind of, especially with that, the snake that's in the strength card. This is the Way Home Tarot. The Daughter of Pentacles would suggest yes. Two major cards, strength and death. So what does this speak to you? I hear that in order to get the job at Trueline, something else needs to die. And the courage and the strength, that inner strength that you have to move through the death of something else, perhaps that you're not, you know, maybe the Daughter of Pentacles has been thinking about letting that go, but those are two pretty significant cards. And so I would say this is an if question. So it feels like a major, something significant needs to come to a close. And you are going to have to muster up all that internal strength that you have and make a decision to let that die, to truly let that die. Right? So in order for something, for the new growth, there has to be death. And this doesn't feel like a little shift. This feels like a major shift for you. And it might be a little bit more, it might be a little bit more than you see. Okay. I see there's lots of other questions there. So Sunny, I want you to contemplate this, okay? So the strength card here also has roses in the pelvic girdle. It has the snake weaving through the pelvis. It's a very, very spiritual strength card. So just take a snapshot of this in your tarot journal, in your head. Daughter of Pentacles, strength and death. Okay. I almost feel like there's another layer. There's something else besides the job that's going on that is an important factor in determining the answer to this question. Okay. All righty. So Kyle is, I'm feeling, you know, I think I might actually stick with Bone Stone tonight. I just had this waft of energy. Bone Stone. This feels very like a Bone Stone kind of night. Yeah, let's get some smoke going here. Yeah, let's. Okay. I'm going to tell you a story from yesterday. So I've been calling in the ancestors since Samhain Eve. So yesterday morning. And I was out with Amber in the forest. And it was really incredible energy. It was so clear. It was so clear. And there was so much sunlight in the forest. And I heard this message so I was talking to my mother that I grew up with. And I asked her if she could walk with me. I really wanted to walk with her. And she said, meet me at the grove. Meet me at the grove. And so when I got to the opening in the forest, I stood there and I didn't know what to expect. And then all of a sudden, it was like, not as strong as a tornado, but the wind picked up, and the leaves started to cycle around this rather large grove. And the trees started to move, and Amber got really quiet and lay down, and it was magical. It was magical. And at the same time, so I have had lots and lots of clairvoyant experiences and been with spirit in fairly focused clairvoyant vision, either behind my closed eyes or in front. And part of me really, really wanted to see my mother, and I needed to let that magical experience be enough. I really did. I needed it to be enough. And one of the things I want to offer to you is that sometimes we have these needs, these expectations of the signs being more and wanting more. And there's something in that, like it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And then it calmed right down. And so I knew it was time to carry on. Anyway, I just offer that because how can you ask for more, right? How can you ask for more? So this is for Kyle Liz. And Kyle wants to know what ancestral wound most needs healing in Kyle's family. What ancestral wound needs most healing? Interesting. Just like, go get Afro Tarot. Go get Afro Tarot. This is the message going through my head. Go get Afro Tarot. Why didn't I put Afro Tarot on the thing? All right. Kyle is which? Just a second. Okay. Kyle is. Okay, so another Page of Pentacles. This is the third Page of Pentacles tonight. There was a Page of Pentacles in Sunny's reading. There was a Page of Pentacles in George's reading that popped out. Very, very cool cards. Kyle is very cool. I don't know if you have this deck. So the Hierophant is present, who is a witch doctor. It almost, I need to stick with the art here. I'm wondering if somebody wasn't able to rescue somebody, or somebody wasn't able to save somebody. Somebody tried so hard. Was it on water? Was there an accident on water? Did somebody try to resuscitate or save somebody? It's like the shaman is already here clearing this energy. And the Page of Pentacles is keeping your feet on the ground. The Page of Pentacles is keeping you connected to the earth, because if there is any guilt, residual guilt around a scenario, and there may be multiple patterns, multiple situations in various generations where somebody didn't get there quite in time or wasn't able to rescue. And it feels like this pattern is already being cleared. This is what I'm seeing from these cards. So maybe take a little time to journal with that tonight. This is, I'll just show you the cards. This is the shaman, the Hierophant. It's the Ten of Wands card, but I'm thinking about something to do. Well, you heard me what I just said. And the Page of Pentacles is keeping it real. It's Page of Pentacles is keeping it real. And it's like you, whoever, whatever soul I'm speaking to in your family line, who is deeply connected to you, wants you to remember that keeping your feet on the ground, enjoying life, enjoying this worldly existence is equally important. Equally important. This is the Page of Pentacles. Right? That youthful mindset in regards to all of this. Okay, so just kind of reflect on that combination of cards. And I think you may even get something even more personal that might come through. Hika, hello. You're so welcome, Sunny. All righty, I'm going to scroll on down here. So this is for Claire. What wounds in my paternal bloodline need healing? Okay. Oh, my computer is almost out of battery. 1 second. That wouldn't be very good if I just disappeared on you, would it? That wouldn't be any good. Okay, so what wounds in my paternal bloodline need healing? Hey, Fairy Wren. Solo, I was correct. You know what? That's my ego going, yes, I was correct. But you know what? It's good. It's good to know. Good to know. Okay, so I'm going to, so Ancestral Wounds, Eternal Bloodline for Claire. This sage is incredible. So beautiful. I'm really fortunate that I have so many witchy people in my life that gift me bundles, including my beautiful daughters who make them and their friends. Okay, what wounds in Claire's paternal bloodline need healing? What wounds in Well-Tempered Claire's paternal bloodline need healing? I'm going throat, Claire. Throat. I almost feel like somebody was crushed. Somebody was crushed under a car, or crushed under a wheel, or crushed under, like in a logging accident or something. Like somebody couldn't breathe. And you can look at that metaphorically as well, too. Yeah, because I'm having a really hard time breathing right now. And so releasing the fault. It needed to happen. Whatever it was, it needed to happen. We can't always know why. And so releasing any guilt around an experience like that. Yeah, I feel like my upper rib cage is being crushed. Whoa, strong, strong feminine energy here. Three women looking at me. Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. So an acknowledgement of the strength of the women in that lineage, multiple generations. I definitely have Maiden Mother Crone looking at me here. So to maybe even going back a few generations. You know how sometimes things repeat during these sessions? And I said something similar. Sorry, it's really, really strong. It's really strong. So there's something, there was an accident. Like I was saying to Kyle Liz, almost like, so a celebration, acknowledgement of the strength of the women in that bloodline. But also they want this karmic pattern to be released so deeply. It hurts so much. It really hurts. And so it is, in order for generations following to be able to breathe, to be able to move freely. There's two parts to this. Okay, so there's the physical sensations that I'm feeling, and there's this tremendous dynamic of this mother maiden crone who are staring at me. So do you know anything about this through that part of your family? the chat's really slow, so I may have to come back and so Claire, you've got there's the two pieces here. You got that? So are you, oh, you are saying something here. My grandmother on dad's side had communication issues and she suffered a lot. Okay. So it may very well be you who needs to clear this and to initiate the release of this, to initiate the shift of this energy. Fire, I mentioned earlier, fire is a tremendous transformation. Also wind. Wind is amazing energy. And so to stand in the wind, to stand in the breeze, to stand in the blustery wind, to perhaps write her story down or to speak her story out, to share her story aloud, maybe even write it down and then burn a copy of the story, releasing the energy intentionally. Look at those women. They are so powerful. And I almost wonder why she was suppressed. Because you say she suffered, but that suffering was a suppression. That suffering was a suppression. And so perhaps you can begin to shift that pattern of not allowing women in that lineage to be suppressed. Whether that is standing up, shining light, bringing awareness. Thanks. Let me know if you want to go any further with that. Not tonight, but another time. Hey, Natasha. Hey there, Emrys. Love that name. Reminds me of one of my favorite TV shows. Merlin. Okay. Now I'm lost. Jumping chat. Okay. So Dion is next. What can I do to ascend to the next level in my spiritual journey and healing? Dion, one of the most important things, and this comes from all of the teachers in so many different esoteric practices, and that is to make sure that your physical body, your nervous system is solid. The strength that is required to ascend spiritually is huge. So that your strength, your nervous system, your breath practices are really important. Through any kind of meditation that will help to strengthen your vessel. So being out in nature, practicing silence more, having high frequency symbols around you, practicing mantra, these kinds of things can really help. I don't know what kind of practices you do, so. The other piece is the purification piece. So making sure that you feel clear in every way. So your health, mental, physical, emotional health is crucial for the next step, for sure. Do you have an attachment to an old love? Or do you have an attachment to something from, do you have an attachment to a memory from your childhood, from your early years? The message for you is that there are some, you as well. I mean, we all do. We all have baggage we haven't let go of. But you're specific, and I think this has to do with a man or somebody who embodied strong masculine energy, right? Because when we look at in the tarot, when we think of masculine energy, it can also represent a woman, like a strong. Yeah, there's somebody from your past who still lingers. And that attachment to the past may be preventing you from moving forward spiritually. Hey there, Melanie. Marcella, hello. I'm not sure if I said hello to you already. I was just waiting to see if I could get some feedback from Dion. Okay, so I'm going to carry on. Gypsy Jade, hey there. Natasha's looking for career guidance. Okay, I feel I have hit an impasse. Okay. All right, career guidance. So, Natasha Crompton. I see another new face on Facebook. Vivi. Hello, Vivi. And Mystic Misfit. Okay. Career guidance. I'm going to stick with this deck. I feel like at this particular, the energy with this day, this is just a really, this is a good deck to be working with. Okay, so Natasha Crompton, that was an easy cut. Career guidance. This reminds me of a TV show that I'm watching right now. This is a kind of a harsh message, Natasha. So the message has to do with okay. What is this about? I'm not sure if you read tarot. And I really need to look at the art of this deck too, because this deck has a particular nuance and energy. There is no point in holding on to the material things that you value so highly, whether that is a home, whether that is you are moving through a tower moment right now, a tower period. This is why it feels like an impasse. And the reason that you are at the impasse is because you haven't let go. And if you think of a tower moment like a volcano, and the volcano sits, still with the lava kind of churning underneath the earth's surface. But in order for the purification, in order for, like, sometimes the volcano needs to let go of the steam. It needs to erupt. The land needs to be refreshed. Certain toxins and energy in the earth need to let go. And so what this feels like is you're holding on too tight. Too tight. And so this can refer to a wrestling of that place with ego and trust. Like this feels like a crucial moment in time for you. And I don't mean a moment. I mean, it could be weeks, it could be months, it could be as long as you need it to be. And I think you know what I'm talking about. There's some stuff that you need to let go of. And it's not important. And why you've been making it important is because there's maybe some sentimental value, maybe there's some memories. But in the long run, it's not going to serve. And you may also be holding on to it because you had something taken from you. Somebody, what do I say? Like you worked really hard to get it. And so you had something to prove. So I said this is a hard message. So I need you to reflect on this and to give yourself some space and time, and know that this impasse that you are in, you need to be in until you resolve this metaphorically, physically. Remember, the tarot sometimes speaks in archetypes, right? It doesn't necessarily speak literally. So I'm going to show you the pictures because sometimes that can help you to understand what's going on here. So the first card, there's a hooded figure, knife behind the back, anthem behind the back. There's a scroll or a wand in the other hand. And it's like they're about to face something really difficult. Are they moving toward it or moving away from it? And here, this well-dressed person has disintegrated into a skeleton because the material was really, really important. right? They weren't able to see the whole picture. This is the Four of Pentacles. This is the Seven of Wands. And then this is the Tower card in this deck, which looks a lot like a Death card. And in order for the spirit of that eagle to be released, something's got to give. Something's got to go. So, yeah. So I encourage you to reflect on this and make whatever shifts need to be made so that you have the space and the energy. Because right now you're focused on the career, but there may be other stuff you need to take care of so that the beautiful new career can happen. Thank you. Mystic Misfit, hello. It wasn't random. It wasn't a stranger. That's the story. Welcome, Misty. I don't think it was a stranger. It was a known person. And that's the story. Okay. That's the story that has been told over and over and over and over. It wasn't random. And so what you can do is to focus your healing energy on your truth. And right here, right now, your experience in your life in this lifetime is to make it authentic and honest and real. And when you catch yourself in half-truths, little white lies, to not beat yourself up for it, but to begin to like say it again, like repeat and tell the story again. If there are other more recent secrets in the family, to give people permission to talk about it. I'm going to draw a couple cards for you as well, too. He was caught. He followed her home from work and he was caught. So they know who he was. There was I feel strongly there was some connection. Somebody knew who he was. It wasn't a complete random thing. And so I feel that this example is about making it right now. And not keeping things from your kids, this is another, what is this card? This is like, I've done lots of readings with this deck, but I haven't had this card before. Somebody's beating the living daylights out of somebody in this Five of Swords. I want to show you this Five of Swords. It's really interesting. You know what I'm seeing here? It's very similar message to the volcano message I shared with the person before. The emotions. Okay, so this is totally random. Totally random. Sorry, I've got these my misties and mystics mixed up. Misties and mystics mixed up in my mouth, in my voice. I have the Knight of Cups. I have the Queen of Cups. And then I have this Five of Swords with somebody quite literally kicking the living daylights out of somebody. And so if you think of emotion as E-motion, energy in motion, there's an abundance of emotion that needs to be unpacked. Perhaps there is a theme tonight of suppression. Perhaps it has to do with that whole story, with that whole lineage, and to be the model, person who allows the opening of emotion to be very real and to be a part of your life and your family's lives. The Five of Swords speaks to the voice, the truth. And there's a deep connection between the heart space and the voice and the truth. And so I think this is a kind of a big picture message for you moving forward, to model this for your family, to model this for your friends at work. Knight of Cups, Mother of Cups, and this Five of Swords. It's about moving the emotion, moving the energy, and not letting that energy stay stagnant so that it gets to the point where there has to be a fight. And when I look at these two women's faces, I also feel that like their mouths are closed. Both of their mouths are closed. And their mouths are quite expressionless. So I really feel there's something to this. Okay, I'm going to go on. Okay. You know, in the energy of where we are right now, it's all of this is possible, and all of this can shift in a breath if you let it, if you're willing to let it shift. Okay. So what would be most helpful for Gypsy Jade to understand during this tremendous time of transition? Okay. I have upper back, neck, shoulders, teeth talking to me. What I want to say just before I turn over the cards is to make sure that you are looking after your stress levels. So in the lower back area, around the kidneys, the adrenal glands hide there. They don't hide there. They're there. Being hydrated, staying warm, avoiding situations where you start to feel affected by stress, to get out of there as soon as possible, to not prolong that fight or flight experience, because a lot of the tension in the upper back, neck, shoulders is related to the adrenal burnout, the adrenal fatigue. So for another example would be to not go to hot yoga classes. I remember when I was teaching hot yoga, the kind of people that would come to hot yoga were not the kind of people that needed it. When I say warm, I say warm, comfy, cozy, not overheated, overstimulated. Anyway, the nourishment of the parasympathetic nervous system is really important at this time. So one of the best things you could do is to do a guided meditation every night before you go to bed, or every morning when you wake up. Okay, and now this Page of Pentacles is back again. So I want everybody to just reflect on this. Okay. We've got some really interesting energy going on here. You said, what would be most helpful to understand during this time? So I was seeing in this Page of Pentacles to enjoy life. Enjoy life. Roll in the grass, have a glass of wine, do what makes you happy. This particular Page of Pentacles is doing what makes him happy. I have this okay. This is exactly what I said before I turned the cards over. So 4 of Swords, right? That's what I was saying. And this scary cat is the 9 of Swords. So either, and if you need any reference for guided meditations or something like that, this is really, really important, so that all of these changes that you are going through can wreak havoc. Wasn't I talking about this at the very beginning tonight? Somebody else asked about strengthening ascension or something. So we had a couple of themes running through these readings tonight. And so this self-care for you is crucial. Being in your busy, chatty monkey mind is not serving you. And so to give yourself the gift of a guided meditation or like a journey. You could do a drumming journey. There's a lot of them on YouTube. Just make sure that you choose one that brings you back out so that you have this completion of the practice. That's really, really important. I love this image of the Four of Swords. It's so peaceful. Maybe the scene means something to you. This reminds me a little bit of a scene from the TV series Merlin, you know, where they walk into the cauldron. I believe they take Guinevere into the cauldron to release all of the negative energy. It's like a big purification. There's no major cards here, so I feel like you could get through this like quicker than you think. Do you want to see the Nine of Swords in this deck? It's really... And you know what I see when I see this? It's like, I want you to make this gesture. To like go, to scream, to let the energy go. Like really do this. If you know what lion's breath is in yoga, you can do it that way, or you can just really like be the cat and let yourself blow off some steam. And this Page of Pentacles speaks to that as well too. Okay. That's what Spirit has to say for you today, along with a few little yoga tips from Sadhana. Okay, so I'm going to do one more reading, and then I will do the draw, and then we'll see where I'm at with the trick-or-treaters. Hey, V. Kestrel. I'm so far behind in the chat, but that is the nature of this. Okay. So let's go to Vivi. Vivi's waiting for a new job. Do you see a job for me in U.S. Embassy for my country this month? What can you say? What country you're in? It's so fun to know where people are from. I'm going to actually switch decks for this question. You're welcome, Gypsy Jade. Okay, so this is for Vivi. U.S. Embassy. What is this? Sometimes the empathic messages are easy to interpret. Other times they're not so easy. It's like my high cheekbones hurt. Somebody was asking about trick-or-treating. So I've got a long table out front, and I'm putting the candy out in little groups. Other people have done really creative things. Somebody has a clothesline like in front of their house. So I don't know how many trick-or-treaters will get me. Oh, you know what? Okay, Vivi, I don't know if you're still here. Are you still here? The reason I changed decks was because I was thinking of this card. And I knew if this card came up, the answer would be yes. The answer is most certainly yes. And for those of you that read tarot, this is the textured tarot. I want to show you why. This is the card that I had in mind. This is the 10 of Pentacles with the big embassy looking house. And this is exactly what I was picturing in mind. And then I have 3 of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. So Vivi, this is a huge affirmative response. So I would, I'd feel very, very safe in all of this, in your question. Yeah. Thanks. Hey, Sunny, are you okay with me making you a mod? Just let me know. Found in Wonderland. I haven't seen you here for a while. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do Found in Wonderland, and then we're going to do the draw. Okay. Hey, Becca Marie. So I can see there's lots and lots of questions I'm not going to get to today. So we'll just have to, I will be back on Tuesday doing more readings. I'll check in with my family and see if I can stay on after the draw. So this is for Found in Wonderland who would love a reading on their relationship. I love the people in this deck too. So this is a favorable reading. It looks like you might have to stand up for yourself. You might have to, more than you already do, more than you believe that you can do. It's your right. It's your time. When I see the strength with the Queen of Swords, like you can do this, but you need to do this so that the relationship can be what you want it to be. And the relationship will never be what you want it to be unless you can find the strength to do this. This is an easy reading. It's perfectly clear. Strength, Queen of Swords, 2 of Cups. Okay? There's no funny messages here. It's just really, really clear. The Queen of Swords in this deck reminds me so much of an actress. So Strength was first, Queen of Swords, and then 2 of Cups. Okay, so I'm going to do the draw, and then we'll see what's going on, and I might do a few more readings after that. Because I know you're all waiting for the draw. Okay, so somebody can start the drum roll. Drum roll, please. We're going to do the first draw is for the Bix Tarot. And we're going to shake up the jar. There weren't very many entries for the Bix Tarot. So if you entered for the Bix Tarot, the odds of you winning this deck are pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. So there we go. That's that one. So the winner of the Bix Tarot is Ange. Ange. She's a mod on the channel, so I know who Ange is. So Ange, you just need to email me through my website and with your full mailing address, and I will mail the deck to you. Congratulations, congratulations, Ange. Okay, the next draw, there's a few more entries for this one, is a Starspinner Tarot. And here we go. Shake her up. Gabriella, hello. Okay. I'm going to go here. Okay. Winner of the Starspinner Tarot is PL. I don't know if you can see these. PL. And I don't think PL is here tonight. So congratulations to PL. So PL, please message me through my website, full mailing address, and I will send you the deck. Now, there were quite a few entries for the Wheel of the Year. So I will do this tomorrow. I will do the reading tomorrow for the Wheel of the Year, and we can meet in a chat if you like, briefly, but I strongly suggest that the bulk of this reading is done through my time with email, because I can write about, it's a lot of cards to talk about. So the winner of the Wheel of the Year reading is, come on. I've got two. To give that one go. I don't know this person. Angela Carlow. Angela Carlow. So congratulations, Angela Carlow. If you can get in touch with me, I need to ask you a few questions, and then I can do your reading tomorrow, because tomorrow is the new year in the wheel. Okay. Okay, so I am going to My Voice Tarot. When does level 2 read with me start? Did I not put it in my shop? I am going to go to my calendar. Level 2 read with me starts on November 18th. November 18th. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more. Okay, 2 more. So let's see where we're at. Hey, Neem. Sorry I didn't see you arrive here. That was ages ago, 422. Okay, so I'm going to go to Red PR. What can I do to attract the relationship I have my heart set on? Okay. What can I do to attract the relationship I have my heart set on? Okay. Red PR. Red PR is asking what they can do to attract the relationship they have their heart set on. I'm just checking in here for you. It's like my third eye is just so fuzzy, like not fuzzy, like lighting up right now. And if I want to, translate that, it's to really trust your intuition. Okay. Poetry. I have Knight of Cups. So such a sexy card in this deck. Poetry, emotion, like the romance side, like let that blossom, let that flow. So whatever dosage of that, the one you are intending on attracting. So make sure that is emanating from you, and that you, like, if you want to attract that, you need to be that. I want to show you this card. It's so beautiful. This is the Knight of Water in the Lily White Tarot. Ooh. Okay, so let's expand this conversation a little bit. You like the sound effects? So the Emperor is looking at this Knight. So the Emperor is definitely paying attention to this sexy body. But sometimes the Emperor has a hard time letting go. And then I have the Hermit card. So I have two major cards here. So I kind of understand why you're asking this question. This feels like a significant relationship. And when I see this Hermit card, it feels like there needs to be respect for space, respect for privacy, respect for your own time. It's like, I definitely wouldn't recommend moving in together. I wouldn't recommend anything like that. It feels like, you need to have your own rooms. You need to have energetic space from each other. So so those two messages for you. One is to allow or to continue to allow the poetry to grow and respect each other's space. However that looks for both of you. So not to be over you know, like, what's the word? Not overbearing, like, don't be too much. So you need to find that perfect balance, because one of the parties in this relationship is quite rigid. At least that's what it feels like to me. Okay. Thanks, Red PR. Okay, so Purba was next, but somehow I didn't see Purba's question. Purba, if you go repost it right now, I will see it. I'll have to scroll down to the bottom here. If you're still here. I'm just seeing if I can see Purba's question. The mods won't see Purba's question because Purba is on Facebook. Sorry, I don't see your question. Just give me a minute here. Oh, there we go. So, Purba, did I not answer? Or was that somebody else who's waiting for a U.S. embassy job? Because somebody else asked about a U.S. embassy job. So are you a different person? You know, it's like sometimes I feel like people are asking the same question for more than one account. But if you are generally a different person, then please let me know. Because I feel like I already answered this question today. Is it a coincidence two people are asking the same question? Okay. So all is quiet on the trick-or-treater front. So let's go to Janine's question. Hopefully Janine is still here. Of course you miss her. Okay. All right. I feel like she's reminding you to do things like sit up tall, brush your teeth, like that kind of stuff. Almost like she wants you to know that she's the little, she's the little person on your shoulder. Like when you hear in your head, like floss your teeth, that's your mom. like in a very practical way, she's looking after you. Hey, Candy. It's funny, you know, sometimes spirit messages, we expect these really profound messages, but it's like, floss your teeth. It's funny. So proud of you. So, so proud of you. I would feel like she's been there for every crowning achievement, and to know that she didn't miss anything. She didn't miss any ceremony. She didn't miss any special. She is so intertwined with your life. Sometimes I feel for some people, like, you know, spirits come and go. They're not always hanging around, but I feel like she's there. She is your teacher. She is this. There's so much harmony with the relationship with her. And when you feel beauty, and I'm going to beauty because I got 2 6s, and 6s is all about beauty. It's all about the heart space. It's all about that. So when you, I don't know, like, this is just an example. Like when you put on a new dress, like, just smile and think of your mom. Like, she's there. She's so there with you. And I don't know whether she liked to read books. There may be a book that was special to her as well too. And so perhaps there's a message in a book that was hers, or she liked to read. I'm just seeing the book. This is a Hierophant card, but there's something about this book in the Hierophant card. So I'm going to share with you the cards, but this is kind of a, you know, random interpretation of what I've seen. So I've got six of flames, 6 of fire, and 6 of cups, and then the Hierophant. So that's your message from Mom. Doesn't look like Janine's here, so hopefully she will see that in the playback. Okay, so last one. The trick-or-treaters are starting to parade by. Okay, last reading for today is Burning Dreamer. That's good to know, Janine. So that's an example. So for those of you that read tarot, you know, if you're drawn to the book on a card, sometimes a book is a book. You've heard me say a duck is a duck. Well, a book is a book. So for somebody, I went and grabbed the stretch tarot. So I'm going to shuffle the stretch tarot for Burning Dreamer 13. So hello from France. Hello to France. And this is a message for a burning dream or 13. Okay. Left hip. Did somebody in your family have an injury to their left hip? Or did they have an accident with the left hip? Or possibly the left kidney? If so, that's who's coming through. The chat is really slow tonight. Just going to scroll on down and see if that. Left hip. Yeah, left hip. So the reason I say that is because my left hip started hurting right away when I was focusing on your ancestors. So that might be who's visiting you, who's coming through for you. Could be left kidney as well too, but it feels more like a left hip. So was there somebody who was a philanthropist? Was there somebody who had money in the family, somebody who was quite wealthy, that looked after, was quite generous with their money? Okay, this is a complex message, but I think what it boils down to is, if you are helping other people, if you are serving other people, to be mindful of, don't let yourself be taken advantage of. So it's wonderful. It could be your own children, right? There's a sense of caution of being over generous with your time, over generous with your money. Somebody may very well be taking advantage of you. And so your ancestors want you to protect what is yours. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna stay with that. Protect what is yours. It's fine to be generous, but don't let yourself be taken advantage of. Do you have any family, like old family photographs, like really old from generations back? Because it might be really interesting to look and see who the philanthropist was in your, like going way back in your family. Who was the person that really loved to help others? Because that person feels like they are connecting with you. Okay. Okay. Hey, Becca Marie, are you still here? Becca Marie, are you still here? Okay, so I want to thank everybody who was here tonight. And I want to suggest that if you are in the Northern Hemisphere, that you just kind of amplify your prayers over the next 24 hours or so and really be in reverence of the gifts, the many gifts that your ancestors have. You know, all that they went through so you could have that you have. We need to celebrate that and to be in so much gratitude for that. I'm just waiting to see if Becca Marie is still here. I will double check my website. I thought that I put up Read With Me 2 on my website, and Read With Me Series 1 is starting again. So you can check in with that. Integrative Healing with Sadhana.com. And there's all kinds of stuff going on there. So, you know, just stay in touch. And if you're looking for a private reading, generally on Fridays, I have time. I have a little bit of time on Tuesdays. I'm very busy with teaching right now. So I just, you know, try to fit in the private readings where I can, sometimes on the weekends. And so I can usually fit it in within a week or so of you contacting me. Yeah. It looks like Becca's gone. Okay. Alrighty. Well, thank you all so much for being here, and best and beautiful Beltane wishes to our friends in the Southern Hemisphere, and enjoy your evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Namaste, everyone.